Hey everybody, hi friends, I'm back. I decided to sit down on the floor. I was really tired of sitting in my chair. It's been a long day. I thought I'd read another chapter of Eerie Elementary for you. We are on chapter 5 called The Skeleton. Sounds interesting. The double doors flew open, knocking Sam to the floor, and then they slammed shut again. He was still trapped inside the school. Ouch! Sam yelled. Everyone knows you can't get hurt in a dream, so this must be real. He needed to escape. The school was coming to life all around him. Sam ran into his classroom. He threw his hands against the large window. He was hoping someone, anyone, could help him. All he saw was the giant oak tree blowing in the wind. But it wasn't windy. Sam saw other trees, and none of those trees were blowing, and the leaves on the ground weren't whooshing around at all. The only thing moving was that tree. Could the tree be alive? Sam thought. Smash! The glass window shattered. Sam fell to the floor as one of the tree's long, twisted branches came crashing through. It wrapped around Sam's leg. Sam began hitting the branch. Whack, whack, whack. And finally the branch's grip loosened. Sam was able to crawl away. Behind him, he heard the branch scraping across the floor like fingernails on a chalkboard. The tree was reaching for him, trying to pull him back. He pushed his way through fallen desks. He stumbled back into the hallway. Pieces of glass crunched beneath his feet, and then clang, clang, clang. All the locker doors were slamming open and shut at once. All the classroom doors were doing the same. But worst of all was what Sam saw next. A figure stood at the end of the hallway. It had a body like a skeleton. Lights flashed and doors clanged, but the figure didn't move. It just stood there perfectly still, staring at Sam. That was a super short chapter. We're going to go on to the next one. Chapter 6, The Danger is Real. All of a sudden, the figure started running toward Sam. It was Mr. Nicobe. What's happening? Sam shouted. No time to explain. Get down, Mr. Nicobe yelled. One of the hallway fire hoses had come to life. He was like a long octopus tentacle. The hose crushed into the old man and knocked him to the floor, and then it came for Sam. Sam ducked as the fire hose whipped above his head. Blam! The heavy metal nozzle slammed into the lockers. That thing almost hit me, Sam gasped. The fire hose wasn't done. It kept whipping through the air. Wrestle it, Mr. Nicobe shouted. Are you nuts? Screamed Sam. Grab onto it, Mr. Nicobe yelled from down on the floor. Sam gulped. The fire hose whipped around again, and Sam leaped up into the air just as the hose flew beneath him. He wrapped both his arms around it and held on tight. Ah! He screamed. Tie the hose, Mr. Nicobe yelled. Sam grabbed the hose and tugged, and he used all his might to pull the hose back around itself. He knotted it like a giant shoelace. The monstrous fire hose shook. It was choking. The hose crashed to the ground. Sam smacked against the cold hallway floor, and just like that, everything stopped. The wild fire hose, the banging lockers, and the flashing lights. The school hasn't been this active in a very long time, Mr. Nicobe said, getting to his feet. Sam blinked twice. What? Never mind. It's late. You should go home. But the school, it's alive? Sam asked. I don't understand. Mr. Nicobe handed Sam his backpack. Get home, now, he ordered. Sam wanted answers, but even more than answers, he wanted out of that school. He turned on his heels, shoved open the now unlocked double doors, and ran home. He didn't stop once. Where have you been? Sam's mom yelled as Sam came running through the door. I was worried sick. Sam threw his backpack onto the kitchen floor. He kicked off his sneakers. One nearly hit his mom in the head, and the other bounced off a cabinet. Mom, you wouldn't believe it, Sam said. And in between gulping for air, he began to tell the tale. First, I almost got eaten by quicksand, and then a tree broke through the classroom window and, Sam, his mom said, cutting him off, tell me the real reason you are late. Sam sighed. Of course she wasn't going to believe him. Antonio and Lucy had not believed him either. At last, Sam said, hall monitor duty. That's the end of chapter 6. So the next chapter is called Believe Me. Why do you think his mother doesn't believe him? Would your mother believe you if you came home and told that kind of a story? I don't think I would have. All right, think about what you think might happen next, and I'll see you next time.